All right, good deal. Thank you for having me. I appreciate that. My name is Demetrius Harrison, and I am the current owner of Showcase Professional Sports Performance Training, and I also have a cleaning service, Showcase Professional Services. It's actually based, if you think about my background, if you know my background, having a sports background or career, I actually work with kids and ages from 3-year-old up into college, some professional athletes. And I really try to help them perform at a level that is above the standard. So those type of athletes that actually work with me or come and train with me, they're looking to compete on a higher level or to be better than just your average athlete. Business owner, no shackles, no limitations. The sky is actually the limit. No one is holding you back. So you can be just as aggressive as you need to be, and there's no one to tell you yay or nay. And you do not have to accept no for a final answer.
And did you have any mentors, or did you just know within yourself that you could do it and you just started doing it?
Well, the way it actually came about, initially I have a extensive background as far as working in corporate America. Over 25 years of manufacturing experience. I have an industrial technology degree with a concentration in manufacturing, and that has afforded me the opportunity to work with several different corporations or Fortune 500 companies at the particular time. And I just came in one day realizing that this just was not working out for me. I was tired of making money for other people. I was tired of being on other people's time clock under their watch, even though I was in a leadership position. I was tired of disciplining people. I was tired of the hiring. I was tired of the firing. I was tired of rehiring people. But it was just like an ongoing loop of continuous issues that I just felt that at that point, a particular point in time in my life, I just wanted to do something more. So in a nutshell, I was called into a meeting, leadership meeting, the last company that I worked with, and I just decided within that meeting that this was not for me. And I pretty much resigned on the spot. So I gave no 2 weeks notice, what have you, had no idea what I was going to do, but I just felt that it was time for me to go. And leaving the facility, driving back home, and trying to figure out, oh my God, what did I just do? And it was impulsive, not necessarily that I thought it through, but in this drive or in this route home, I began to think about the things that I have or that I possess, the characteristics or traits that I've used for years to help other people to become successful and making money for other people, but not necessarily for myself. So I have, again, a sports background. I was like, okay, what can I do with this? And I just took it from there. By the time I got home, I was like, okay, I'm gonna work with kids. I'm gonna give back, which I've been pretty much doing it for the most part, but just now taking it to a higher level. Bringing some of the advanced equipment, the technologies that are out there at that particular point in time, and affording kids the opportunity to have something that I did not have. So that's pretty much how it got started for me.
Wow. And so have you ever mentored anyone in starting a business?
Well, I would say maybe indirectly, but not directly. Because of what I do, I'm always in the eye of public, and even with my kids that I actually train, a lot of them have gone on to school, received their degrees, and they have become professional coaches or trainers on their level. So I would say yes. I think it's about giving back. I think it's about aligning yourself with individuals who have already gone down that path and have attained that experience, so you don't have to go out and make the actual same mistakes. A lot of times we go into business unknowingly how to use a business model, create a business model, follow a blueprint. Now you have people who've actually gone out and experienced these things, and you can utilize them as a resource right now to benefit your own good. Well, I think if you're going to excel or to exceed, it's a continuous process as far as growth is concerned. myself, my approach, I always consider, or I look at things as I'm a blank canvas. I'm always open to learning, trying to improve or to better myself. I like to surround myself with people, those individuals who, in my opinion or my perception, I see as smarter or better than I am. And from that being, if I am the smartest person in the room, I'm the smartest person in my circle, then that's not benefiting me. Well, I think there is a foundation there when you talk about starting a business, what are the proper things that you need in order to actually start a business. And once you get that business, how do you maintain and sustain that business, or even scale that business? And now I see myself as someone who's actually going through all three of those phases, and I'm particularly now in that last phase now, because now we're talking about evolving, what's the next step, because I see myself as getting older as far as the profession or the career that I'm in now, and I need to evolve and to do something different. So just listen to the core principles there. They're pretty much falling in line, identical to what I've actually led that life right now. So I'm really excited about meeting you, the Financiers Forum, and also being a participant. The main thing that stood out with me about the forum when I first initially heard it was that it was not financially driven or financially based. I didn't feel that I was being pitched to just buy in the new go-to thing or the thing to do. It's very sincere, it's very genuine, and the concept, I felt at that particular time, it was almost like timing, because there were some things I was going through in my life at that particular point in time, or just the thought process. And all of a sudden I get this call from you, and it's just amazing how the things I've been thinking about the past few weeks or the past few months or so have been just one step or step after step. Things have just been coming together. So I want to say it was spiritually led. I can't say exactly where it came from, but I know.
You want to say, but you look at me now.
But yes, actually, so my thing is I was at that stage at that point in my life and my career that, I want to do something different, still stay connected with the community. And just this whole approach, it keeps me braced. It keeps me grounded. And I think it would allow me the opportunity to expand on everything I've done over the past 15 years within the community. I have to look at what I was actually going through, and actually the timing was perfect. I had just finished. Generally, I get a lot of calls during my training sessions, so it was just the timing of everything. I think I put a post out on social media, and you said that I needed to reach out to you. You reached out to me a couple of times, and I do recall seeing the post, but not ever having time to connect. And that particular comment, we made it happen right then. I gave you said I was available now, you're available, you said yes, so it all worked out, and it was just like the time and everything was just perfect. So when we say things happen by grace, I think that's a perfect example. So been thinking about things over the past couple of months, weeks, what have you, day in and day out. I need to do things different. I want to do things differently. Within the past year, I'm just coming off of ankle reconstruction surgery. So I work with athletes, so it's very demanding on the body, and also when I demonstrate. So having the ankle injury, that was a minor setback, but it didn't stop me. Mm-hmm. But coming back, it made me realize, because it gave me a lot of opportunity to think, that I needed to start evolving and going to think about what am I going to do next? What is the next level? And that is providing me an opportunity to bring other business owners or those that would like to have or pursue a career or interest in sports performance, or even just on the physical fitness side or a performance trainer or a fitness trainer. Mm-hmm. They have that opportunity. They can actually work with me now, and I can phase them in, phase out. Not necessarily that I want to maintain this business aspect of it, but I see myself growing to another level. So the timing of the call, the timing of the reaching out, or what have you, it has to be divine intervention. Mm-hmm. No other way, no doubt.
When we talked, I shared with you that I called the speakers, because the conference is set up for 2 days. Day number 1, I call it the Hero Day. Day number 2, I call it the Expert Day. and the speakers that I have come, I refer to you guys as my hometown heroes. With that in mind, how does that make you feel to be referred to as a hero?
I'm actually excited to hear that. It actually made me feel very good, because I think oftentimes we go and we don't oftentimes get the credit that one probably deserves. I don't think people realize most times when their kids or the athlete is working or training with me, who they're actually training with. I think they get information or feedback. Okay, you're working with Coach Harrison, you'll be working with Demetrius Harrison, but they don't know the background. They don't know the lineage. Where does he come from? Where has he been? So with that being said, I don't think we often get that type of credit. So right now, most people that I train with probably do not realize they're talking to a two-time Hall of Famer. They do not know that their kid is working with once HBCU National Defensive Player of the Year. They do not know that their coach or their trainer was the first person to lead the conference in tackles 2 consecutive years, or the first person to do it 3 consecutive years. They do not know that their coach or their trainer is the #1 defender in school history, North Carolina A&T State University, Greensboro, North Carolina. They do not know that their trainer has been identified or recognized as the top 50 greatest players ever to perform in the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. So these things, I think, often go unsaid or unrecognized. So the forum actually puts you on a platform in front of people, so people actually understand, and it gives back to them, just as like we as coaches and trainers are giving back. And now the platform increases that exposure. So I find it hard, or oftentimes difficult, that one is actually living in an area working with athletes and people do not actually know who their kid or the child or who they're actually working with. So
Wow.
With that being said, what you guys are doing or what you're doing here with the forum, I'm really excited about it. When you called and shared the idea with me, I was like, I'm on board. Wow, good question. I like that. I would say that anyone who's looking for an opportunity to improve upon themselves, whether you're a veteran or someone who's just starting, I say that the forum is a special platform that you can come in and engage yourself, not feeling embarrassed. I think you ask the questions that you need to ask, and things that happen within that room stay within the forum, and you don't have to feel like you don't belong. So it's a sense of coming in, asking questions. There's no such thing as a bad question, no such thing as a bad idea. Coming and working with people that are willing to help. That's not looking to just take your money and do other things and move on to the next best thing or next big best thing. But they're very sincere, genuine, and just straight up down to earth. So I would love for people to want to hear my journey, my story, how I come from a single parent home. I say from tough areas of Atlanta, Georgia, being able to come out of an environment that not many were able to get the train back on track, or the train on track, so to speak, and to go out and to live, I would say, a full-fledged life. Married, kids, have an opportunity to coach, the opportunity to train. I'm still connected with the community, still connected with kids, both past and present. I just think that having the opportunity to use someone as a resource to absorb as much information as possible and having that at your hand anytime or as a convenience, I would definitely take advantage of that opportunity. I think it was the approach. It was not an approach of dominance. It wasn't that you came at me. You were very forceful. You pretty much let me decide the way. The approach was like you came and you presented. You just said you wanted to talk you wanted to talk to me. I have some discussions with me, and as I was thinking and I was driving back or driving home after our discussion, I said, I think I pretty much just volunteered myself. So I'm not sure of the initial intent of the conversation, but there were things that came about in that conversation that triggered or registered with me that this is someone that I actually need to be connected with. So when we think about the places we've gone and the people that we met, your approach was very unique, different, and very impressive because it wasn't you wasn't boastful, you wasn't bragging or anything. You just pretty much even keel, mild tempered, and pretty much let me do a lot of the talking in the conversation. I kind of heard myself. I understood what you were trying to do, but it all made sense. Mm-hmm. It all made sense. It registered, and it automatically. I was hit. This is something that you want to be a part of. Mm-hmm. And that's where I am, and I'm just thankful that I got a call. I'm thankful that you were very persistent about making that connection and to make sure that I had received notification that you had reached out to me. So I'm thankful for that, and I thank you.
Well, I thank you for buying in on my vision.